What exactly are the H1B visas?
H1B Visa.
The H1B Visa bill was
H1B visas, which are given to
With H1B visas and
value of H1B visas. So when you look at
the H1B visa program.
So what happened to make this one visa, the H1B, such a hot topic? Actually, let's back up a bit. In 1952, overriding a veto by President Harry Truman, Congress passed a law, Section 101-15H1, hence the H1 part.
When it was introduced in the 1950s, this original version of the visa was for someone from a foreign country who could, for a temporary time, provide services of an exceptional nature requiring such merit and ability.
In 1990, President George H.W. Bush signed the law that we're working with today. That created H1A for nurses, which no longer exists, and the H1B for specialty occupations.
This bill provides for vital increases for entry on the basis of skills, infusing the ranks of our scientists and engineers.
A specialty occupation essentially requires at least a bachelor's degree or is so complex that it's associated with attaining a bachelor's degree or higher.
Computer-related occupations account for 69% of all H1Bs in the most recent report. Architecture and engineering are a distant second, and about 3/4 of the recipients are from India.
This visa is so popular that in recent years, the 85,000 visas available have been snapped up in less than a week. The H-1B visa allows foreign workers to stay for 3 years, and hundreds of thousands are approved each year for extensions that allow them to stay for up to 6 years, or even longer if they've been approved for a green card.
H1B visas are one of the most controversial parts of the immigration debate. Huge tech giants like Facebook and Google call them essential to their business. But critics say companies are exploiting them at the expense of the American worker. One famous recipient? Melania Trump, wife of Donald Trump, who has said this about H1Bs.
I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
So why are H-1Bs controversial? Well, critics claim that companies aren't using them to fill shortages. They say that companies are actually bringing in foreign workers so they can pay them less than American workers. And it wasn't meant to work this way. To protect American workers from exactly what critics are accusing companies of doing now, the law was set up to require a quote-unquote prevailing wage. That's a number calculated for each job by the Department of Labor, but critics say that that number, it's ripe for loopholes and abuse. Another problem, the quote-unquote specialized hard-to-fill jobs sometimes aren't. Around 50% of H-1Bs are going to computer programmers, but they've also been used for sports coaches, ranch workers, preschool teachers. And it's not just American workers who can be hurt by their misuse. Employers hold incredible leverage over H-1B visa holders. Some have described the workers as indentured servants because an H-1B worker needs to have a job to stay in the country. Complain about working conditions? You could lose your job and be forced to leave the country. So, here we are. Tech companies want more H-1Bs, critics want reform. Will Silicon Valley get its way?
In the end, they're simply denying more H-1B applications.
For there to be meaningful change to this program, Congress would have to act. But for the time being, no one should expect the H-1B process to get any easier.